What a year it's been. 250 gigabytes of footage. About 1/10 of the footage I actually filmed this year, but what made the final cut for this video. 250 gigabytes, or hours and hours of self-documented footage from each month of this year. Because I'm often so self-critical and constantly feel like I'm underachieving that I wanted to put together just what I managed to accomplish in a span of 1 year. I'm a 26-year-old Maltese-born niche hairstylist, slowly transitioning from full-time content creator into full-time business owner. But what do I actually do?
الليلة طيبة. Kylie Jenner għadha kif uriet ritratt tagħha ta' xara. Dan il-kulur huwa probabbli wieħed mill-kuluri l-iktar speċjali fid-dinja, kulur daqstant sabiħ li ovvjament rid nisbaħ xari bħal ta' Kylie Jenner. It's kind of that color up there.
Artistically, this year was one of my most creative when it came to what I attempted on my own hair and on wigs, and even in my content style and how I presented my work.
Can I have some words of encouragement for this haircut?
Tits up, baby.
Tits up.
Elegant vivids, new techniques, and interesting formulas were key players in my transformations, and I really pushed myself into trying and mastering brand new skills that I've literally never attempted before.
I know you guys are gonna ask because I wanna ask. Can it be brushed out? The answer is yes, but it sheds a ton.
Oranges and greens were by far my most popular color hues that I've done both on myself and on my wigs, and even developed a brand new appreciation for purple after previously showing intense disdain for the color.
Whatever reservations I have about purple down the drain just because this is looking so dark, so vampy, so winter mood that I'm so excited to actually see it once I've rinsed it off.
I did accidentally post a particularly volatile reel on Instagram and Facebook that got people extremely heated in the comments. Oops. I did develop such an intense love and understanding for color theory and learning how colors integrate with each other, as well as on various hair types and different skin tones, that it has been my entire goal this year, even going as far as mixing up my own dyes and using very unorthodox products to cancel out different colors in my hair, like when I used ketchup to cancel out greens out of my blonde hair. It worked slightly.
Yes, I do smell like ketchup.
I continued my ritual of cutting my own hair and attempted a variety of different styles this year, even going as far as trying the butterfly cut on myself and cutting my rainbow hair into a shag cut, which definitely feels weird after years of having bob cuts.
So what if we go to Vegas?
We're on the way to the MGM Grand. I feel like I'm in a spin-off version of The Hangover. Let's go film our own Hangover, baby.
I am in St. George, Utah, and I'm going to be coloring my hair literally the same color as the red rock that I'm sitting in, paired with the most vivid complementary color that suits this exact rock.
Super cute.
No? Not quite. I think we could do one thing more.
I think a little better.
We can do a little bit better.
Yeah.
Why does this look so good? Obsessed.
Yay.
Color blocking is also something that I played around with this year, and I encourage you all to play around with it because I ended up creating some of my very favorite styles, including mixing blues with pinks, and then later playing around with mint greens, berry pinks, and even a lavender.
And this thing is something that I love so much just because it's such a unique color.
I know vivid hair colors often get a childish and unserious reputation, but this year I really felt like I mastered bringing a new elegance to these hair colors.
Bright colors or quirky colors or a combination of colors does not mean trashy or unstylish or unelegant. This is, to me, one of my most elegant combinations ever.
One thing that I did end up mastering is my office renovation, or rather my studio. I enlisted the help of so many of my friends that the whole thing got me super sentimental, especially since this came right after my breakup with my partner of nearly 7 years.
I am currently reading. I've just posted my studio renovation video. And I'm currently reading your comments. And I don't normally read my comments because sometimes they're mean or shallow or whatever. But I had friends of mine telling me that the comments on this video were really nice and supportive. And so reading your comments, and in this renovation I had mentioned that I've just gone through a breakup. And first of all, that sucks. I know this is a hair channel. There's no reason for me to open up. But I also know that I'm human and you're human. And this year has been tough for me. It has been so tough for me. Like right now especially, I'm feeling so extremely unlike myself. I am so unmotivated. I'm uninspired. Nothing is driving me. I just feel like crawling in bed every day and just staying there. But I have a brand. I have obligations. I need to make money. And so I show up. I found support in my friends. But I find support in the hundreds of thousands of strangers who show up to every video that I post. Who have no obligation to do so. You're not forced. You're not paid. And you show up. So, thank you. You are making a girl very happy. And unnaturally emotional girl right now. Because normally I'm not like this, ever. But right now I fucking am. Oh boy, I am. So, here's to happiness and peace and growth and love and inspiration in the next 6 months.
One really fun thing that came out during the slightly sad period of my life was that SZA liked my replica wig reel on Instagram. SZA! Next year I promise I'm gonna make you a wig and I wanna see you wear it. However, my very favorite thing to come out from my content is falling back in love with the editing and experimenting with different filming styles to present my art in the best light possible. I had a variety of editors previously tackle my content, but this is honestly such a personal journey and one that I feel is the book cover to sell your book. And I'm a sucker for an incredibly well-edited YouTube video. It is possibly conceited to say, but I'm so fucking proud of how far I've come, not only in my hair work, but even in my editing style and understanding how to tell a story with hair. Seeing how often you guys tag me in your own new creations makes me think that I've achieved at least a small degree of success with all of this.
Completely different. Like one is rocker chic, hip, modern, anything like that. This one is more very much soft beauty, clean beauty, exact same haircut.
I did mention I was transitioning, right?
I received a very special package.
I'm a hair creator who's been asked for years now when I'm launching my own wig line. So after one entire year of sampling and trying to find the absolute best fucking hair for you, finally received my first order. I kind of don't want to show you the hair colors, black and white it out. This was the sample that I approved. Beautiful, vibrant. This is what they sent me. It's duller. Not an ugly color, it's duller. Now I need to go and complain to my supplier and put on my bad bitch voice because I'm unhappy. But that is just life. I'm never gonna be satisfied. So now I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix all of these. But rest assured, they will be fixed. All right, that's just one of our problems. Look, it has my name. It has my tag. Maya ordered my paddle brush trio. They are a collective. Maya, when you get it, let me know.
Aside from being a full-time content creator, I'm also a brand new business owner with massive dreams to disrupt the hair industry.
This is a good amount of brushes to have.
Last year I launched a series of paddle brushes that ended up being massive successes and receiving 5-star reviews from you guys. But this year I wanted to go even bigger.
I'm gonna get to bed because we're shooting a whole campaign tomorrow that I have to somehow direct. So I wanna get home and then I wanna try not to get caught up with the excitement because I'm so excited. So excited. Just start shooting.
Like, do you want to be a feisty redhead today?
I want to be Dua Lipa today.
Oh. Dua Lipa came for my look, huh?
Yeah, it's true. She really just was like, you know what?
I'm gonna dye my hair like Minx.
I found this girl in Malta. It's the only thing.
Random bitch check, and I was like, yeah.
It's coming up bald.
So no.
Look into the mirror like you know what you're doing.
I do know what I'm doing.
I'm just saying, feel yourself.
Launching my first wig collection under Stellari was as scary as you can imagine, especially because this is my second hair product that I was dropping, and the prices started from $390.
How did today's shoot feel for you?
Freaking amazing. I mean,
They look amazing, so obviously feel stellar. But I had worked with one of the best teams ever, and I had so much faith in my products that I knew the minute you got your hands on them, you would love them too. Full circle moment. I'm Stella, and here's how my project and hobby of 8 years finally turned into a launch is available in 3 days. My classic emerald green wig has now officially sold out 3 separate times, receiving some of the nicest reviews from you. That is still mind-blowing to say because again, these are $425 each. I ended up launching 5 different wig collections with a tremendous amount of hiccups along the way, but also so much joy and pride in them, especially when I started seeing people wearing them. So even if you then want to pull it up or anything of the sort, you kind of have this kind of...
Fantastic. I think it's just like attention to detail, right? And it's exciting because we're moving in that direction in the theatre scene.
I think so.
The more that we don't get like proper good wigs, and the human hair wigs are all in the thousands. And I was like, let me do some research. And I knew to come to you.
How sweet. All the hairs here are individually tied, like in this front strip, but then here they're wefted, right? So they're sewn into it, which means you can't part it just about anywhere because they're literally going to be like extension rows.
Okay. Also, I feel like and correct me if I'm wrong, but like the netting or the lacing,
makes
is
it
much more realistic
for this one, which is why, like, even if you go on my website, there's a price change, just because it's way more expensive to manufacture, because this is an HD lace, and it virtually like disappears into your own skin.
I think that
As I will put on. There was so much that I didn't know being a first-time business owner, and so much that I learned this year that I'm going to be fixing for next year. But seeing people again get excited for a product that I have approved and I have finished with the last touches will be a feeling that will never be beat. My basics collection, despite being an almost entirely neutral line of wigs, is my most popular collection to date, with people demanding to know when they'll be back in stock, and packing these up and shipping them across the world, to the States, to Germany, to Bahrain, to Kuwait, is a feeling unlike anything else, and I need to remind myself of this when I'm feeling absolutely shitty and laying in bed. Let's pack up this wig for Molly Tuttle. By far one of my biggest brand achievements this year was providing a wig for Molly Tuttle, a country folk artist based in the States who saw my wigs on an alopecia user and wanted to see if I can send her one. At the time, I was just very glad to do this for the PR, especially because she ended up wearing this on stage on one of her tours. It was only later that I realized that I was already a massive fan of Molly Tuttle because she released one of the soundtrack songs for Songbirds and Snakes, the Hunger Games movie, that I was listening to non-stop this year. I just didn't know it was her. When I realized this literally this week, it was like fangirling taken to the next level, because Molly Tuttle, an artist on the Hunger Games movie, wore one of my wigs.
Glue or tape or anything. All right, let's see how it looks. Okay, that is super cool. I love this. I love the color. I love it. Thank you so much, Stella Cini. And what do you think? Should I wear it at the show?
In a very transparent manner, this was also the year that I managed to double my revenue from my first year, with me also having my most successful Black Friday yet. I have now set myself a goal to double this revenue for the next year. But aside from that, I'm also working on a series of hair products that I'm hoping is going to disrupt the hair color industry like never before. working on my own hair colors, a brand new color wheel, dyeing equipment, and new formulas, learning every ounce of knowledge that I can gain from the color industry and merging that with the knowledge that I have gained from running my business for almost 2 years now, and finding a way to elegantly combine these with my existing wigs and my existing paddle brushes. Don't worry, every day I wake up and realize how much I do not know, and every day I have doubts seeping into my mind because what I'm taking on in reality is such a massive feat. And yet, despite that, every day I read your comments and I head into my studio and I find pain points that I want to fix and dreams and plans that I want to set up. The one thing that I feel I've become exceptionally good at since my last year fiasco is managing my stress. This year, aside from my fairly emotional breakup, I have been relatively relaxed with my brand for the simple reason that I have faith in myself. I know what I'm doing is fair. I know I'm doing it with passion. I'm doing it with an immense love for my craft, and even if it does take 10 years, I'm still going to work towards my goals. Failure is also perfectly acceptable in my life because failure means that you have room to learn, and this year has been nothing but learning. I know I am young, and I know I'm often mistaken, and there will be people who will not take me seriously, but I'm also extremely driven, and I have a love for my craft like a love for nothing else. And I also have an extreme obsession with finding solutions for things that other people deem unworthy. So when I'm rewatching this video in 2025, I want that future version of me to know that everything will work out at some point or other. It will work out, and until then, it's going to be an extremely funny, memorable, and colorful journey. Here's to 2025. Thank you to everyone for this wonderful year that you have given me in 2024.